Tunachota maji mbali sana. Ikifika Juni hakuna kulala kwa sababu ukilala hauwezi pata maji. Tunaamka saa 7 ya usiku, tunaenda huko mbali chini kunaitwa kwa Mangi kuchota maji.
As the night prepares to give way to daybreak, somewhere in a humble village in eastern Kenya, this is the time for women and girls to set out on a tedious but daily routine to fetch water some 10 kilometers away at this hand-dug well whose water quality is clearly very low. Back at home, Alice Muthui, just like thousands of other women in this region, carefully utilizes every drop of her 20-litre water for washing her household utensils and a host of other needs in her house. This is the lifestyle that many in Kenya's arid and semi-arid regions know and live, a life full of hardships that have been passed on from generation to generation and sadly become their only way of life. But Churchwell Service East Africa's vision and compassion through strong partnerships with local non-governmental organizations and faith-based organizations is working hard to change these age-old generational perceptions and beliefs and in the process the lives of a vulnerable people through its Water for Life program.
It's a program that focuses on communities that are water stressed in arid and semi-arid areas, providing access, reducing distance that people walk, and especially women, to look for potable water for household and also for animals.
Situated in the larger Mwingi district in eastern Kenya, this is a semi-arid region with a history of poor and unpredictable rainfall, and for many, many years, it's been simply known as Kaikungu, or a dusty place. But thanks to this borehole, Kaikungi is no longer the same.
Wakati tulichimbiwa borehole, tulipata faida sana kwa sababu tulipata masaa ya kufanya kazi. Vile tulikuwa tunawacha watoto wetu peke yao, sasa tuko na nafasi ya kukaa na watoto wetu, kulima shambani, kufunga mbuzi. Sasa tuko na faida mingi, hata tunapanda mboga, unauza, unapata pesa. Mbuzi yetu anatoa maziwa vizuri. Tunakunywa, watoto wetu afya nzuri pia na sisi. Wamama wengine wanatengeneza kamba na siondo, wanauza, wanapata pesa.
With financial assistance from the Churchwell Service and in partnership with the Anglican Church of Kenya, Diocese of Kitui, Kaikungu Water Project was launched in 2005 and includes a borehole equipped with solar panels and solar submersible pumps. Today, this borehole serves 1,000 households with about 6,500 people and thousands of animals. And just like many other reliable and safe multiple sources of water funded by Churchwell Service through its local partners across this region, has transformed the lives of the people of Kaikungu in a way they never imagined.
We discovered that a community that is lacking in water is actually lacking in everything. So we are basically using Water for Life program as a catalyst to development.
Upon project completion, community members are trained to assume water management responsibilities, ensuring that access to water is in the hands of the people themselves. And to help more disadvantaged communities access safe and sufficient water, the Churchwell Service and its implementing partners facilitate communities' identification and development of community-managed, multiple safe and sustainable water sources to meet both their domestic and economic needs. These include this rock water catchment project at Kalimbui that has enabled the local community harvest runoff rainwater, that could have otherwise gone to waste and directed to this storage tank and through the force of gravity into this water kiosk for easy access by the community. And sand dams, special subsurface concrete or masonry barriers that are built across seasonal rivers just below or at the height of the riverbanks to not only store water in the upstream reservoirs but also within the sand and gravel particles accumulating against its walls and the water stored utilized during periods of drought. It is also around these sand dams that shallow wells are dug.
Kabisa tumepata maji, tumepata masaa ya kufanya kazi nyumbani kwetu. Ikiwa ni wakina mama utakuta wakifanya kazi kama kutengeneza vikapu, still tunaendelea na kupanda miti ambayo inaendelea kubadilisha sehemu yetu ya Kaikungu.
And in East Pokot, for years, in fact generations, the people of Kadokoi have searched for water in all places, but sadly every attempt dashed their hopes. Frustrated and hopeless, they turned to a long-held folklore among the community that placed all this on a curse. But as it turned out, there was no curse, just a tricky geographical formation and a scientific challenge to be surmounted.
After surveys were done, we only saw that the only source of water was actually drilling a borehole because there were no other water sources. And we drilled a borehole and we equipped it with a solar pump, and we also put up water reservoirs, and the community currently is enjoying water. And a community that didn't have water, a community that was suffering, people that were traveling over 20 kilometers to get only 20 or 5 liters of water, can now access water within 300 to 400 meters of their households.
This unique and one-of-its-kind water project in this region is planned and designed to be self-sustaining, is environmentally friendly, and due to its remote location, has fully utilized solar energy to power water from the borehole to the main water distribution point situated 1 kilometer away at Kadokoi Center, and several water troughs that are used for watering animals.
Church World Service plus the implementing partner are only facilitators in this particular program. The communities take the center role, and a lot of work that goes into community capacity building in areas of leadership, in areas of program management. And at the end of the day, it's the community that manages the program, they own it and they sustain it.
And thanks to the availability of plenty of water, Kadokoi is today a vibrant shopping centre boasting of shops, a posho mill, and women who are not only fetching water but also engaging in small-scale economic activities. At the local primary school, the change has been immense and the results simply uplifting.
Kwa sasa tumepata maji karibu pamoja nasi, na ndio jambo ambalo limeleta mabadiliko sana katika sehemu hii ya Kadokoi, ambapo kwa sasa tunaona ya kwamba shule yetu ya Kadokoi Primary School imeweza kuwa na mabadiliko ambayo sasa tulikuwa na wanafunzi kama 44 hivi mwanzo wa mwaka uliopita, lakini kwa wakati huu tuna wanafunzi zaidi ya 100 ambao wanajiendelea na masomo yao katika shule hiyo.
Thanks to the Church World Service Water for Life program and its implementing partners across Eastern Africa, thousands of men never have to leave home to fight wars over pasture and watering holes. Thousands of women are food secure and have free time to earn extra income for their families, and thousands of children avoid potentially life-threatening diseases and attend school for the first time. As we look back at the journey that we have travelled, it's indeed true that water can transform lives and turn what many generations had believed was impossible into a possibility. But despite the Churchwell Services' efforts to provide access to safe and clean water for both domestic and economic use to communities in dire need, thousands and even millions of women and girls in Eastern Africa's rural, arid and semi-arid regions are still getting up at the crack of dawn and walking tens of miles down uneven paths to the nearest dirty water holes to collect water for their families, a practice that has sadly become their only way of life.